Hey everybody, I'm RC32012 and today I'm going to be reviewing my Elgato Game Capture HD. Now this is the older one, this is not the new one, and I got it so I could film my retro game systems like PlayStation 1, GameCube, NES, Super Nintendo, all that good stuff. Now this is it here. It's very small, lightweight, and this is the box. The box is nice and neat, but there's nothing really in it other than, this and the cables and instructions on how to download the software, but we'll talk about the software later. So this is the actual machine here. This is the hardware, the Elgato. And what you have here is you have HDMI in and AV in. Now this comes with one HDMI cable, HDMI on both ends, and it also comes with a couple of other cables. This one here is for the PS3. As you can see, this is a PlayStation 1, 2, 3 AV cable right here, and it goes in the AV in like so. This way. There it goes, and it just plugs in like that. And then you would plug this into the back of your PS3. Now I will say this cable, even though it will fit in a PS1 or 2, will not work with a PS1 or 2. It is for the PlayStation 3 only. I was missing my AV cables from my PS1 and I thought this would work and it didn't, so I had to order some new AV cables and it works great. But this is just for the PS3. And of course, if you have a HDMI cable with the PS3, I guess that would work too. So I can go ahead and remove that. The other cable it comes with is another AV. It is for old consoles. You got your different colored ends right here, along with this. And you use this cable for your old composite stuff, like here's my PS1 AV cables. And how you hook this up is you take your yellow cable and plug it into the red end of the Elgato cable. Then you ignore this green and blue one, grab this one here, the red and white one, and then you plug in the red and white into its respective color, and then you take the Elgato and plug it into the back of the Elgato like so. So that's how you record old stuff and set it up. The software gives you instructions, so it's not that difficult. The software is nice, not the best in the world, but it's decent. One thing that sucks about this, you can't, let's say you're using this for modern stuff like a Xbox One, PS4, you cannot record your chat audio. What I mean by that is, like, if you're in a party on PS4, you can't record that audio. When you plug in your headset to your DualShock 4, it's not going to record any audio, period, on the software, so that really sucks. As I understand it, the new one has a separate hole right here, a separate jack for your audio, and you're able to get by a splitter, plug it into your controller, and then plug the other end in here, and it'll record that way. But this old one does not have that port, obviously, so you can't do it. So if you're recording modern stuff like on PlayStation 4 and you really want to use the Elgato to get the good video but want your sound, you're going to have to, my best bet is to record with the PS4's share function, and then just in an editing software later put your audio in with the good video you got with the Elgato, and that's a real pain in the ass to do, but it could be done that way. But I didn't buy this for the new stuff, even though it says it's perfect for next gen. I bought it for the old stuff because the share function on the PS4 does work well, but the Elgato films very good, and I was recording Modern Warfare Remastered the other day and it looks so much better filmed on the Elgato rather than the share function. So I'm going to show you how you hook this up to like a PS4 or anything else right quick. So how you set this up is on your end, Like I said, if you're using old stuff, you just plug in your AV to the AV port. If you're using new stuff like PS4, Xbox, you have your HDMI in. So this cable here is my PS4's HDMI cable. I just plug that up like so. And on the back here you have HDMI out and USB. Grab the cable that came with the Elgato and you plug this HDMI cable into the out, and then you plug the other end into the TV, and then it's recording. But the Elgato doesn't power on that way. You have to take your USB cable, plug it up to a computer, and then take this little mini one and plug it in there. And then you're set to be recording. So I'm going to give you guys an example of how this works. So I've unplugged the PS4 and I've plugged in my PS1 to the Elgato over here with the composite cables I showed you guys earlier. I'm going to show you how the software works. So once you have it turned on, you can just go here to settings. Right now it's looking for a PS4, but click settings, and since I'm using PS1, that's not listed up here, so I go to other, composites, click OK. So now it's looking for the composite, which I have plugged in. So I'm going to go ahead and power on the PlayStation. One moment please. And now it is on the TV. And it's filming on the Elgato. There's like a 1 second delay on the Elgato screen, but it doesn't lag or anything when you record. And so Metal Gear Solid should be popping up. And there's the Konami logo. And so here we go. We got Metal Gear up and running. And it's really that simple. Basically, you got your record button over here. So tap that and it's recording. If you forget to record something, you can move this little blue line backwards until you find where you want to start. I don't know how long it records for. I'm gonna say like an hour, maybe 2 hours. So you have some time to back up if you know, done something cool and you want recording or whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off. And you can set this up to your YouTube channel. So obviously mine is set up to YouTube. So what I can do is I can go over here and name the video, whatever, the game, the video title, description, and then if I want to, I can upload it directly here. You also have this button here, that's for streaming. I know you guys can't really see that well, but that little green button down there is for streaming. You can do live commentary, so I'm going to be doing a complete playthrough of Metal Gear Solid, and I'm going to film it with this Elgato. And what I'm going to do is use my headset, plug it into the computer, and talk to the computer and record on the software here. So that's how you do that. So you have live commentary, and it's nice for my purposes. It's a good machine that I can use to film and record my voice while playing on my actual consoles, and I don't have to worry about emulators, because I've tried to do some gameplay already on emulators and ROMs, and that shit is just, it's whack. I used to be good at emulators and ROMs and mess back when I was a teenager, but I can't do that no more. It's too confusing. It crashes. It's better that I can sit here and play my games on my actual consoles and record directly with the Elgato. And I would definitely recommend this old model I have if you're going to be doing old school playthroughs, because it's got that AV. The new ones do not have the AV input, I do believe. So if you're trying to do old school stuff or a mixture of both, this is your best bet. It sucks that you can't record game chat on like PS4 and Xbox, but like I said, that's not a big deal, because if you have PlayStation 4, you can just use the share button, so that's great. So this is a great product for recording old school stuff, basically anything. I can't really think of anything you couldn't plug up into this, except maybe an Atari. But it's a good device, and I like it, and I'd recommend it. So if you guys are looking into getting one of these, or want to know how to record your gameplay off of a real system, this is how I do it. And look forward to my playthrough of Metal Gear Solid, the original PlayStation version. That will be up in the following weeks. Appreciate it, guys. See you next time.